Test. There we go. My God. So, hooking up the audio to this thing. Let me see. Okay. Still hear it. Thank God. I have to say, going from Twitch to YouTube. Hey. It sounds like crap. Hold on. Let me try and... Here we go. All right, so now I am trying to actually talk. So this is an actual test of my audio levels. I'm listening to it in my monitor in my ear just to kind of see what it sounds like. So there's a little bit of a delay, but it's not super bad. It's like 20 seconds at the most. I think I have it at normal latency. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me... All right. Sorry about that. Here we go. And boom. What up, Daddy here? How's it going? Sorry, I just had my hat on here. Needed more coverage. I'd been outside. And I really like this hat. It's one of my favorite hats for going outside. Big Bill. Anyway, so here we are. This is the unit that we're going to be testing today. I have this unit. I received it as a gift years ago. I played it a little bit. I noticed that there were a handful of games on there that I recognized, so I was like, oh, cool. So I played them for a little while. Then I let, like a family member borrow it for a little bit just to kind of like have it around for nostalgia purposes. And I have, I can't even tell you how many physical games plus physical consoles or systems with emulation set into them to where this isn't even a, I'm like, okay, cool. But I will say this, it's very simple. It's very compact. It's very easy. I mean, it fits in this. It's AV out. If you have a converter, and I have several, I have one of these, and it converts to HDMI. So for example, if you were to say like take this with you to like on a vacation trip where you're going to be somewhere for like a week or so and you want to bring all your gear, you don't have to bring your expensive kit with you. You would bring something like this or an NES Classic or whatever. I'm not hawking this machine. I'm not saying this is worth purchasing. Don't purchase it. I didn't purchase it with my money. Somebody purchased it for me, and I appreciate that. But I'm saying, like, please don't perpetuate the black market. Don't pay money for something that somebody has intentionally, like if it's an R4 card and they haven't done anything to it, or they're selling it to you as having not done something to it, like, I don't care. But like, don't, like, these people are creating this whole black market. I don't think it's really healthy. There's plenty of other ways of emulating on actual Nintendo hardware. Honestly, if you want, you can homebrew a Wii and then hook all kind of wireless stuff into the Wiimote and have a time. So you don't have to do that. But I will say this, there are a lot of these out there. They're getting cheaper and cheaper. You can pick them up for like nothing. NES Classics are harder and harder to get your hands on. And so for somebody who wants to hold it, now this is not the exact one that I have. Notice in the product photograph, and I will say this, being on the inside, of the industry for quite some time. I was a product photographer for a long time, in varying stages of quality. So I worked for Geeks.com, a company where I would have been asked to make a photograph very much like this. I usually did 30 or so products in a day like this. And so what I would do, this is like a stock photograph of the box in the background. It's on a different perspective, a different axis than the controllers. See how the table like looks like it's inside of a bowl or something like that? It's like really weird. And then the perspective is all skewed on the controllers. The controllers were dropped in post. The controllers aren't the real controllers that were originally taken with the photograph. So the actual controller, and this is hooked in right now. The machine is on, and that's what's kind of the blue in the background. So it's actually on. This is the controller that came with it. I think I have another one around here. Now this is an 8-bit DOE controller, and I'm going to show you side by side. So this is the quality. You see the sheen, and then you kind of like look at the buttons. Okay, let me get over here. See the buttons? How they kind of have similar qualities. Okay, so there's a lot in common with this and the 8-bit DOE. It's not, I will say this, the wired one is a little bit lighter than the 8-bit DOE. This probably has a lot more hardware going on because it's wireless. This is designed to be, so it's got its own power supply in here. This thing is not a power supply, it's drawing power from the unit. So this has to be a little heavier. This one has shoulder buttons, obviously 2 extra buttons here. But then I also have with me, of course not conveniently, do I even have it? Oh, here it is. This is an actual NES controller. This one is for my actual unit. This one's bad. The wire is damaged. So this was in my NES controller graveyard. But I hang on to them for aesthetic reasons. Maybe somebody wants to repair them someday, or if they are just shot, maybe we can make them into like art or something cool, like a project. But can you tell which is which? Can you tell which is which, folks? Which one's real? Which one's fake? Can you tell? Well, obviously, there's a lot of you out there like, oh, the one that says Nintendo one, it's probably the one from Nintendo, right? You sure? Of course. Of course it's the one that says Nintendo on it. But I will say this, other than that, they're very similar in a lot of ways. The controls feel... There's a thing, and I'm going to point this out, and I'm going to test this. If I find a real Mario, if I find the original Super Mario Brothers, or something that it's like, if it's not, and it's like a hack, I'm going to be... Tiny bug. If there's not, and it's like a hack, I'll be concerned that they screwed with the code somehow, and it's not working right because of that. I won't be able to be 100% sure, but if I find it and it looks pretty much legit, the issue that I've had with a lot of non-Nintendo made NES controllers is the roll from like down input to diagonal down to forward, like this whole like that roll motion. So like if you're like doing the run as Luigi or Mario and you're running towards a pipe and you want to like roll, like slide under the pipe or slide under a barrier, like doing a speed run, I've noticed that a lot of these rip-off controllers, they for some reason, even though the D-pad technology is like open, they for some reason don't quite get the roll right. And or it could be that the pad isn't broken down, but I remember doing that like very, very early on. When I first had my NES back when we were kids. So anyway, that's one of the things that I'm going to look for in that. Other than that, I know that when we first tested it, like way back when, this came out right when the NES Classic came out, there was like some really weird looking games on there. And so that's kind of what I was interested in checking out. So that's where we're going to look at. And yeah, so this is the product. You can look for it online. I mean, I'm not going to give you really any more data than I gave you in the description of the title, because like I said, I'm not trying to sell it. I'm not going to put a link to this product in. I am already saying from the beginning, I'm not recommending you buy this product. But if you have it, or you know someone that has it that's getting rid of it and you want to grab it for free, or if you see it at like a garage sale and it's like in a box of crap and you just happen to pick it up, we'll see if it's worth playing with, or if it's worth, maybe at some point I'll do a video. I do hack and homebrew things from time to time. I have a whole library of things that I've designed for my friends and my family, so that way people can have, basically with today's technology, in my opinion, I've paid for these games, they've paid for these games so many times over. The law says I'm allowed to have backups of my games, and we're allowed to have backups of all the games that we all have. There's no reason that we shouldn't be allowed to play these games anytime we want. And that's why I'm like, I try and set people up with at least the best experience possible, but I don't condone piracy, and I don't condone selling stuff online or eBay or anything like that. And I'm never gonna endorse somebody that does that. So please, if you get one and it just happens to be around, play with it because they're funny, sure. As it is always fun to play with funny things, but like I said, I just want to be clear, I haven't done a lot of live streaming on YouTube, and so I don't want to start off on the wrong foot with anybody and like be like, hey, this guy's out here saying you should totally pick this up, and I'm like, no. Like, somebody thought actually that this was a real NES classic, so somebody purchased this for me and told me that it is a real NES classic, and I was like, are you sure? And they said, yeah. And then I was kind of like, I don't know about that. And then I looked at it very closely for a few moments and was like, see how it says entertainment system on it, not Nintendo entertainment system? And then it was like, oh my gosh. And it's like, don't worry about it. It's hilarious. I'm going to have fun with it. I've already got most of the games that the NES Classic had on it anyway, so I wasn't straight, and I still have a working, hooked up NES in my retro corner, so I'm not even stressed about it. But the issue was like, what do I do with this thing? And so, like I said, I let some family members borrow it. A friend got to borrow it for a little bit just to kind of like play with it, and now I have it back, and I have a capture card that I wanted to test today. This is a new capture card. I got it for my birthday. It's being used right now, so you can't really see the packaging, but it's just a very simple. I tried to get an inexpensive capture card for AV cables, and so that's what this is. So we're going to test it right now. Hold on a second. This is the 601. And actually what I'll do is I'll reset it right now so you can see what it looks like at startup. Boom, boom, boom. So I hope everyone is doing well today. I'm sorry for the delay and how long it took me to kind of get started. Like I said, this is a new system, and so when I hooked for, first of all, this, I guess it's kind of a testing thing for this as well, for the video cables. So when I hooked in this DV, it's like video DVR cable, AV cable capture card. And I think it was like 10, 15 bucks. That's why I asked for it for my birthday. I was like, it's super cheap. I was like, it's easy, just ask for it and it'll probably show up in my birthday pile. So and it seems like it's working well so far. There's no like latency issues. I mean, it seems exactly right. The controller seems like it's shite. Dude, my turtles are tripping balls because I turned their light off. I'm like, dude, it's like 100 degrees. Actually, it's not. It's nice right now. It's like 70. All right, let's see. Oh, it's cool. There's no shoulder buttons, though. I do like that. I will say this. The one thing I don't like about the 8-bit-Do controller, I wish there was an NES version that didn't have the 4 buttons and it didn't have the shoulder buttons. So I could just have it for my NES games. I know it's stupid, but you'll get an extra controller out of me if you sell it for like 20 bucks. So, note to 8-bit-Do. If it exists, somebody send me the link. I'll probably end up buying it. Just because I love this stuff. Anyway. So, if I recall, these are a little hinky. Let's start. You don't hit A or B with this. You have to hit start. Okay, so this took me. This is where it gets weird. So now we're in a 621, but then I went to the first title, and I tried to start it up, and the first title is a ROM from a 12-in-1 cart, I think. And they're all, it looks like they're all Contra ripoffs. So this is probably some like, maybe like Indonesia or like some maybe a Philippines knockoff or a Korean knockoff, maybe even a Mexico knockoff. I've seen a lot of the like pretty chill, but usually they're pretty good. Let's just try the first title in here. I'm not going to go through all of them on here. Let's just see if there's like an actual Contra. Someone here. Whoops, sorry about that. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. All right. So, I don't know how many of these are... Oh my good lord, so it's even worse. Shotgun. What? Okay. Let's just check it out. It says Super Contra. Let's just try Super Contra. All right. Okay. This looks okay. Let's just try it out. Let's just see what's up. This thing just electrocuted me. I just felt this weird shock in my wrist. Holy crap, am I having a heart attack? Or this controller just like, oh my god. Alright. Okay, this isn't bad. Feels okay. Oops. Full disclosure, Contra's never been my game. Alright, that feels okay. I've never probably ever played that again. If I play Contra, you know, I usually will play it on my DS, to be honest with you. If I'm being completely straight with you, that's usually where I'm playing Contra. It's usually on my DS. Contra Force. Okay. It's a different game. I do not have this game. I do not have Contra Force. Okay. Just kidding. I'm like, oh my lord. Like, come on. What is this, Ninja Gaiden? Gaiden? Who knows, man? What, some bald crackhead said it way back in the day? Alright, let's see what's up. Contra Force. What's up? Yeah, let's do it. It's like a GBA game? Ooh, there's weird lag in it. Is that... So ladders aren't a thing. Just hitting jump. Whoa, I'm like kind of stuck. Like it was like lagging for a minute. Okay, so this game is dead to me. Moving on. I'm already like wanted to fall asleep just like a few moments into watching that game. So let's get out of the Contras and try this RoboCop. When I was a kid, I loved RoboCop. I thought that was pretty baller. I was like, of course. Cover a dude in armor. Put microchips in his brain. Make him have super awesome reflexes. Give him a gun. It's justice time. And they had like the, what was it, the Sega, I was a fan, I liked the Sega Terminator versus RoboCop game. Whoa, dude. Why isn't it letting me use my weapon? What's being moved? Okay, so we punch it. Okay. Both buttons punch. There's no gun. It says that I have a weapon, but there's no weapon. There's no combination of buttons I have found that allows me to do anything that changes anything. So this one I think is dead. It's just some weird like ROM hack to make it past like a really quick quality control. I'm like, yep, it looks like oh yeah, it looks like RoboCop. Sure. Let's blast through the menus. Anybody can hack into a menu. Let's have a gun this time. Ooh, I wonder if they have any good like Back to the Future games on here. I know there's that good one on the Super. Alright, here we go, here we go. This doesn't seem legit anyway. Oh, my neck, oh my lord. Alright. Oh wow, what is this? Oh. What? What does all this say now? Sure, sure, sure. Oh, okay. Looks like a flame trooper. Whoa, dude. Alright, here we go. There we go. Gotta do it while he's up there. Awesome. Okay, this is kind of cool. Alright, here we go. Here we go. This controller's a little janky. Oh. Cool. Whoa. Can I get it? Nope. Oh, that was weak. What the hell? Huh. Don't want to do anything. That's kind of sad. Saw that coming though. How long is this going to take? Okay. Alright, so which one was this? I'm actually curious to find out what this is. So I just hit down on it that time. I paid attention, so that's... Alright. Okay, here we go. Oh, what the hell? It like randomly made me change directions. Look at that. Alright now. There we go. Sweet. Away from it this time. Nah, we're gonna get down here. We're gonna try this. Got it. There we go. Why didn't it work last time? Pretty sure I hit down. Sweet. So it's like jump and up. There we go. There we go. Cool. Nice. Sweet. This game's cool. Dude, I totally blew that. Oh yeah, no, I'm not getting up there. Alright, well, whatever. Live and learn. I don't even know what this is, dude. Whatever this game is, if anyone knows what this game is, let me know. Holy crap. Even if you find this after the fact, let me know in the chat. It seems like a weird, like, Mega Man knockoff, you know what I mean? Oops. Don't know what this game is, man, but it's pretty cool. What the heck is this game? I think it was like the RoboCop number 9. So cool. Let's do this. We'll reset. Sound like it gave me a password or something. If it did, it'd be in the video. Alright. I think it was number 9, RoboCop 3. I'm going to confirm it just because it was so weird. Yeah, that's it. It's just like something... What is that? Super Rescue? Okay. 09. And then I'll just put like RoboCop Super Rescue. Okay. Cool. Moving on. I'm putting it in the interesting category. Like, I'm interested. I might come back later and play this game if I ever get bored. I have a very small tube TV that I was thinking of having set up somewhere funny in my house, like in a strange place, and have that tube TV have this little guy like velcroed to the top of it, all hooked in, you know, tethered with its own zip tight little power supply setup, you know, with everything all plugged in perfectly ready to go. Just like random, like, oh look, a random, sure. And then I'll have like a little list on there of all the games that I actually recommend that you play. And so far, the only one out of this first page, this number 9 right here, actually seemed like an interesting enough game. It's a RoboCop title, but it's kind of like a weird Mega Man kind of ripoff, it felt like. So we're going to go into this one. RoboCop 4. Oh, it's weird music. Cool. Oh, it's about to get crazy. Oh, yeah. Can't shoot up. Kind of shoot at a diagonal. Hold on. Oh. God bless. We're just murdering the living crap out of these bad guys. No trial. Just kill. Kill him. Seems like it takes like 15, 20 shots to do any kind, and I can't go back. So going up has like pretty much no purpose. Well, you can shoot through boxes, apparently. Firepower upgraded. So I can just hold it down now. Let's get this power supply down here. Yeah, I don't know if it's the controller or if it's just the crappy tech of the game. Yeah, I'm having a hard time with getting it to do a diagonal. The inputs don't want to do the thing. This game is dead. I probably played that game for too long. Sorry. Moving on. That is not a good game. Ninja Turtles. Alright, cool. Let's check it out. Don't know what that says. Kind of curious now. Hey, this looks like Ninja Turtles. Okay, hold on a second now. All right. Whoops. Oh. Ninja Turtles is another example of kind of an open world game, in the sense that you could go wherever you could get to, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, what the hell? Well, I don't miss that. Whoa, dude, this jump isn't working very well. I got a suspicion this controller is a culprit of a lot of my grief here. Alright, so that seems to be okay. Still not a glowing recommendation for the controller, but I am going to put down that this is an okay version of that game, at least, so far. I mean, I didn't get past the first little area, but I don't want to play the game right now, and if I'm going to play it on stream, I don't want to play that version of it. I want to play it. Well, maybe I will. Let me know if you want. So then I'll just put parentheses 0, 1, 1 turtles. Let's go down to 12. Okay, cool. Okay, the arcade. Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. Cool. So we'll actually put, because this seems legit. Gotta get fire. Definitely don't plan on playing this on here unless it's like a thing, like somebody like actually like requests it. I prefer, I'll just play the MAME version. I have 4-player on my, I have the 4-player MAME version on my Wii because I put MAME for Wii on my homebrewed Wii, and it is a very good game. You can play it with 4 GameCube controllers. It's pretty tight. I love playing it that way. And then I've beaten it several times, the arcade game, with my kids, which is even more fun. So let's check out 13. What the heck is this? Is it the same thing? Is it a duplicate? Nice. Oh, the Manhattan Project. Okay. Awesome. This is the NES port. This is actually something that's interesting. This is the NES version of this game. So I'm kind of... I have not played this before. I don't think this is... I don't know if this is known as a better version of this game, but I think it is... That's pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to definitely make note of that as well. If I ever decide that I want to check that out, I definitely don't think I'm going to pick that one up. I'm not going to pay for that. because something tells me that that's a little pricey. So this is the last Turtles game on the Turtle list. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Kind of weird. Oh, good lord. Tournament Fighters. Now I have Tournament Fighters for the Super Nintendo. When I was collecting Sega games for a while, I had it for Sega. It is it is trash for the Sega. Trash. Don't get it. It's playable for the Super. It feels like you're playing Street Fighter. You know what I mean? It's like a Street Fighter clone. Sure, let's fight Mike. Yeah, whatever. Let's do it. Come on, Mike. Let's check it out. So this is for, like I said, it's an NES controller. I've only got 2 buttons, but we're gonna see what's up. It's a fighting game. Wow. The controls on this are just freaking ridiculous. Oh, he dizzied me. Nice. That's embarrassing. I like fighting games. The NES version of Tournament Fighters I know is not common, so I don't have it. Alright, so there we go. It's at least legit. Okie doke. Well, this is Mega Man music with Double Dragon, and this one is dead. Is it going to be Mega Man? It's Hollywood's Bill Murray. It's like high-speed Double Dragon. And it's NES Double Dragon, so it's crap. I'm not even going to put it in my recommendation thing, because it's not right. It's like a weird, crappy... I don't like it. No. Pass. Try Double Dragon 2. Ugh. Words. Also an NES version of Double Dragon, which is trash. So we'll move on. I'm just checking to see if it's something that's other than a really bad Double Dragon ripoff. You know what I mean? If it's like something that's like, ooh, it's about like these 2 dragons that, you know what I mean? Like it's some weird Japanese like game like that. Like that I'm interested in, where it's not about, if it's not like a beat 'em up. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm a Streets of Rage guy. I love Streets of Rage. I play Streets of Rage on stream. That's a good beat 'em up. These are crap. Yeah, this is just another. Oh wow, yeah. Wow. It's exactly what you would expect from an NES beat 'em up that's not River City Ransom. That's a good game. If we find that game on here and it's legit, that will save this whole console. There's a handful of games that would really make this really worth having set up somewhere in my house all the time. And I would love to have this as like a River City ransom machine. That would be pretty tight. You're like, what number is that? I'll just go right to that one. Ugh, good lord. Really? No. So let's see. All right. I mean, these at least seem okay. I'm not a fan. I'm not trying to be, there's some guys out there that are trying to pretend like they were around back in the day, or that they were like, that they had. I'm like, dude, a lot of people, I mean, some of these games were cool, but some of them were like, did not age well. People acting like, oh, this is such a great game, and totally, I'm like, dude. I will say this, the controls are okay as far as like responsiveness. Dude, this game is dope. Oh, bro. Oh, man, you don't even know, man. Cool. Let's go ahead and make a note of this. How about that? I will put down 20. As something funny to play. Because it's fun. Ooh, Adventure Island 3. You seem legit. I mean... Cool. It's not quite. The other ones seem better. Last Adventure Island one. Now, if I come across Mother on here, now we're talking. That'd be pretty tight. I'd play Mother on here also. My plan is to hook the Wii U into this cable setup and actually have that be what this was. That's really what this was for. So I could use the Wii U. We paid for Earthbound on there. And a few other games, a flight sim game, some other games that I wanted to play on stream. There's like an old flight sim game or whatever, and I wanted to learn how to play it. Dude. Alright, moving on. So we've made it through the first couple pages here of the Jib. So we've made it through this page. Now we're at Kickmaster. So we're off the Adventure Island games and we're at Kickmaster. Awesome. This feels like Little Samson. Castlevania ripoff. These controls are garbaggio, son. Kickmaster. No wonder. The guy who kicks people? What is this? Okay. Mortal Kombat 4. What the hell? Okay. It says Shang Tsung and Nightwolf, and I'm pretty sure I'm Shao Kahn fighting Shao Kahn. But for some reason, it says Shang Tsung versus Nightwolf. Did I win? Is that... No, I lost. I'm Shang Tsung, even though, like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm Shao Kahn versus Shao Kahn. This is so weird. So this is dead. I'm not gonna probably ever play that again. That's a weird rip-off of Mortal Kombat 4 that I didn't anticipate coming across. So far, we've only found a handful of games that are worth coming back to here. And now Mortal Kombat 4 is no good. 90 Tank. I wonder what 90 Tank... Okay. Okay. What? This is bizarre. Okay, I did start. I'm like sitting here waiting. Oh my good lord. You know what's weird? I remember playing like weird games like this. What just happened? Cool. I'm like... Alright, moving on. I didn't hit anything. No. Why did it do that? It like auto-inputted now? I'm gonna have to swap out the controller already? Is it already bad? So we'll say this, these controllers are pretty cheaply made. So we're gonna go down and say, hey, it's the first game that says Mario. So this is the first potential game that I have that I know, like kind of like in my sleep. All right, let's see. Is it a real Mario game? What? What is this? What? What? So A is jump, B is punch, down B is kick, up B, jump, and then kick in there. Okay. Whoop. So if you stand on the top of the waterfall for too long, oops, you'll fall down. You can't linger. You have to be like... light on your feet. But that's how you go down. That's what she said. I know it's early. Got it. All right. Okie dokie. Are we transcending? This is seriously the weirdest Mario game I've ever seen. Alright. Uh-oh. Yikes. Yikes. Wow. I'm like curious. I want to flash this thing just to get this ROM off of here to play with a better controller. Because this is the weirdest Mario game I've probably played so far. It's like a weird River City... Oh Lord. Oh, snap. Hell no. I'm about to fight a tiger. I think that, oh! Don't respawn. I'm out. What was that? Nice. Alright, I got killed. So yeah, this first Mario game, I'm going to put this down as a game to come back to. It's very weird, for sure. Let me see, what was it? Mario 10. So it was number 26 on the list. Mario 10, and it's a Kung Fu Mario. Okay, that's weird. Let's try Mario 12. Another weird Mario game. Fantastic. Okay. Let's try one player. Round 1. What is this? Oh, good Lord, help me. No. No, sir. No, sir. Moving on. That might be your flavor, baby. That ain't my flavor. I will play Dr. Mario, but I will play that's like that and Tetris. Like, I will play those actual games. Let's see, 28. Okay. I'm intrigued if this is playable. Already I'm intrigued. fights like crazy samurai. Super Mario 14. Okay, let's see. Super Mario 14. Oddly specific, 1993, made by Wario. He's holding a friggin' weapon. Oh, yeah. Oh! Those are like the Nemo keys. Can I feed these guys candy? Whoa, dude. That was due. It's like a crazy... So it's like a weapon thing. So if you spam the weapon off of a wall jump, you like do that crazy flip. Awesome. So it's a ROM hack. It was supposed to look like this other guy, and this is something else. Neat. I'm not really a big fan of it. I'm actually going to scratch that one out. It looks really... The other one looked better. Ugh, I did it again. I scratched it out, but it's still there, so I know to like check it again. Just because. Like you got irritated. Alright, Snow Brothers. Cool. It works. Just reporting in. Don't play it. Alright, moving on. Unless you really like that game, I suppose. This is Hot Blood Basketball. Looks like they're on The Price is Right or something. What are we doing? What is this? Dunk Heroes. Just spamming start. Start. Get me to a game. Get me to some gameplay. Let's see what happens. Let's see if the game looks like River City Ransom. Oh my lord. This is stressing me out. So no on that either. Moving on. Alright, so we're at number 31, Hot Blood Ice Hockey. Hot Blood new, Hot Blood. Oh lord. Alright, well. So these basically... Cool. I was not a fan of a lot of the sports titles for the NES like that. I did not think they played well. I did have a lot of them, a lot of sports titles that were on the Sega, and they were pretty good. Let's just move on to Ice Climber. Let's see. All right. We're good. Ice Climbers is good. I mean, I'm not a big fan, but okay. Kage, not Cage. Kage. Shadow. Okay. Controls were trash. I'm not recommending it. Final mission. Well, him changing directions like that is stressing me out big time. Okay. Okay. That was a weird game. Tiny Toon. Okay. Tiny Toon Adventures. So I was hoping to make it to the first 50 at least. So this is kind of cool. I hope this works. This might be the first in a while that I'm like actually excited if it works. Because they have some good handhelds for this series too. Oh. Whoops. Whoops. Ooh. I'm having some problems with this jump button here. With the A. Or the B, rather. Aw. Cool. Yeah. There we go. Okie dokie then.
Nope.
So we will put down that Tiny Toon Adventures is at least playable. I'm not sure if I want to go back to it, but we'll put it down that it's playable. $38. So let's try Tiny Toon 2. Trouble in Wacky Land. Used to always get a ton of games like this, like for the Game Boy and stuff like that. Because you'd find them for pretty cheap. Come on. So far, I'm not pleased. I'm like, what do these buttons do? And he jumps out. I'm like, All right. Okay. "2006 presents The year of 2006 presents The Tiny Toon 3 Crazy Castle." Dude, that is the freakiest Bugs Bunny I've ever seen in my life. So this is interesting. These buttons do nothing. Wow, that's maybe the crappiest game I've ever... Wait, hold on. That's a big statement. We're gonna move on. That is not a that's not a real game, for one. But yeah, it's not even a good fake. Uh-oh. Ninja get him. Uh-oh. Whoa, the speed of this game. The speed is weird, the flicker is weird. There hasn't been an item for a minute. They just stopped spawning. This is a bad version. It's like a weird broken hack. Like somebody tried to hack it or probably tried to do something with it and then they like fricked it all up. So that's no good. Let's try the second one. really a fan of that. Didn't feel right at all. And the thing that I was talking about with the controller, with the D-pad, kind of feeling funky, it definitely feels funky on wall jumps and stuff like that. Doesn't feel right. So let's try 3. It's probably legit. So we're going to try and get down to, wow, there's more Hot Blood stuff. We're going to see if these Chippendales are anything legit to look at. And then I will wrap the stream on that, and we will have gone through the first 50, and it'll be the 1 through 50 stream, and then I'll come back and I'll do 50 through 100 probably. We'll try and do them in chunks and just see what's up. I don't know, and if anyone recognizes any of this stuff, just let me know. They're like, oh yeah, that's actually this game, or whatever. I'm like, it's crap, it's a hack, and you're like, no, dude, seriously, chill, it's a good game. Some of them, though, I'm passing just because the controls are terrible. This looks pretty good. I didn't have 3 as a kid. I only really ever obsessed over the first one. Chip him to the end, this looks great. Jump. Okay. I see. Oh. Alright. Let's keep going. Alright, what's next? It's a Chippendale 1. It's legit. It feels legit. Alright. I will put down Chippendale. That one's no good. The timing is way off. All right. Chippendale 3. Let's see. I don't know, man. This looks really weird. What in the holy... What the... Okay. What? What was that? I am not writing that one down. Okay. Hot Blood Wrestle. This is cool. I need to figure out the American version of this game so I can like read what the hell I was doing here. This kind of reminds me of like Budokan, or it's like a couple of old computer games that were kind of like this. They were River City Ransom style, but not like... It's pretty cool. So I'm very interested in playing this one again. I'm going to put that one down. But it's like a really weird, only to just figure out what it was. Not necessarily to play this version of it. Oops. So, Hot Blood Wrestle. And that was 47. Alright. Oof, there's some games coming here. Okay, so the first 50, basically trash. I have a handful of titles on here number 9, number 11, 12, 13, 14, 20, 26, 35, 38, 39, 43, 44, and 47. Beyond that, I'm not really sure. These Hot Bloods, they're not that great. What's this Street Fighter thing? Let's just check out this one more. Street Fighter 2010. Hey, oh, whoa, look at that. Street Fighter 2010. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me today. We're coming up just past an hour and a half. Like I said, I went through the first 50 titles for the 620 for this guy. For the 620 guy. It's like 620 in one. Like I said, so far out of the first 50, maybe like 11 decent playable games. I will try and swap out the controller for the other controller that came with it. It's basically proprietary, or it's like a small version of, so it's not really, I don't have a lot of controller options here. But anyway, definitely check it out. The first 50 were terrible. Gosh, I was really hoping there'd be more playable games. Even when they finally seemed like they had a good one on there, it was like the timing was off. So we'll get around to it. We'll find one or two in there, good ones. I think there was a good playable version of Paperboy in there somewhere. And like I said, a couple of the Turtle games were okay. Which one? And then that Mario 10, that ROM hack was pretty cool. So we're going to check a few of those out at another time. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to be playing some other games, a lot of fighting games. I have a fight game tournament coming up this weekend. If anyone is interested in watching that, even if you're not playing, I would love to have you as a guest on the stream. I will be live streaming that tournament. It is Ronin Roundup 5. So far, I have a world-class champion tournament fighter who is going to be coming, and then like a couple other guys, including myself. So it's a very small tournament for this weekend. Ronin Roundup 6 will be the last qualifier tournament before the Championship Invitational. So if you want to get invited to the Championship, you need to have been in the top 3 in one of the subsequent Ronin Roundups to be able to get invited to the Championship. And then again, if I have too many names from those, then obviously we'll pair that back to the top 2. But for right now, it looks like the top 3 is going to be fine. We don't have a huge competitor base just yet, but we are just starting. This is my first couple of tournaments for Ronin Roundup. Please join me. Subscribe, hit that like button. I need as much support as I can get. I'm trying to convince myself to transition completely away from Twitch. But for right now, like I said, it's a difficult transition. I want to share games like this with people, but I have a lot of other talks coming up that are more YouTube centric, where I go through aspects of my collection, talk about the whole, like, the realities of collecting long term, and not just short term, and what people really, in my opinion, should be looking at when it comes to collecting, and where I think a lot of people kind of head down the wrong path, because then they end up getting this burnout. And I think it's because they're kind of centered on the wrong things. And so I want to get into a lot of that stuff, but that's why I'm going through some of the junky parts of my collection, I mean, this is like a knockoff. I call it the swap meet special. It's like the kind of thing that you get down there. They bring it up from like, Mexico, or they import it in from like some random, like Arizona or something, like some random state. And you're like, what is this? This wasn't made locally. And they're like, yeah, it's cool, man. People spend $20 on it. It's a ripoff. So, like I said, found a handful of titles on here that are worth maybe checking out again. And then eventually, when I'm done going through all of them, I'll give you my final thoughts on which ones are really playable and which ones aren't, and we'll hook it into that thing, and I'll maybe take a picture and post it of my actual setup because like I said, this TV is like about this big, and it's perfect for this little thing. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. I know I didn't have a lot of people come out. My Discord is really focused more towards fighting games, so I'm like, I'm going to check out these old NES games. Everyone's like, neat. So maybe I'll play fighting games later.